And we are back out here for another sunny day. Just got back from the gym and the grocery store. I got to get all this stuff put away that I got. Picked up 12 gallons of water, 12 pack of soap. That's primarily what I went for, but I was already at the store, so I said fuck it. Picked us up another orange juice to have, 3 more cans of salmon just to add to the collection, and then some cottage cheese as well. Not too bad, 50 bucks worth. Erwin's a busy guy, I'm a busy guy, so I try to stay on top of it. Went ahead and cleaned the house up a little bit, got his laundry done, got my laundry done. Wherever one of us can't do, the other one will pick up. That's how we keep this place in order. So let me put all this stuff up and I'm gonna head out to the shop and let's get to work. They took the second container full of scrap metal this morning. They dropped us off another one, so we'll have to get this loaded up probably later in the evening when it's not so hot. I was getting ready to hop in my shop and get to work, but my dad has some plans. We're gonna need the trailer today. We're gonna use the tractor to pull the trailer out. We'll get it hooked up to the Isuzu. Our plan is to go pick up some excavator buckets, various sizes. So let's go see what we can get. Looks like we're having some issues with one of the tires on the trailer. These are new tires, but this one isn't holding air, so we got to figure something out real quick. We'll use some of this instant tire repair. It's good to keep those things handy in case you ever have something like this pop up. So we got the trailer tires all taken care of. We fixed that one that was having a issue. Make sure they were all at the right PSI. Let's get the trailer hooked up to the truck and let's hit the road. I went ahead just in case, even though the tires should be good to go now. Got the compressor filled up and brought the extension cord. You never know, once you're on the road, you might need it, so we might as well bring it. Always a little bit of a hiccup, but we won't let it disturb us too much. Got her hooked up. Get the compressor and extension cord loaded up. It is a hot day out here today, but it is what it is. Get pulled through. I'm gonna get the gates shut. Let's see what we get today. Cool, so we made it to the next city. Just put $50 worth of diesel in the truck. Checked all the tires, everything's looking good. This is what we're here for. We're taking a look at them. They range in size. They're a lot bigger than the last one we got for the little excavator. And then this one here is as big as us. This is a big boy. We're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna get some measurements. And if we're interested, we'll load them up. This place has all kind of things. So we're gonna take a look around, see what we can find. Work out some kind of deal. Got 3 of the 5 loaded up. Using a big rig, getting them brought over here. We're picking up 5 of them right now. It's about all we can fit for today. They used the big old piece of machinery to load it up for us, so quick and easy. We're getting ready to strap it all down. We're gonna hit the road, head back to the house. I just finished strapping them all down. Got a couple different straps, all different ways. I really don't want this stuff jumping around or moving around. We're gonna get this big boy too, but it's way too big and too heavy for this load, so we'll have to come back with an empty truck. Probably not today. And we are back on the road. We're gonna take it nice and easy. We got a pretty heavy load. Let's get these things pulled over to the ramp and get them unloaded. The tires held up nice. I'm getting all the straps removed. Then me and my dad are gonna have a quick little coffee break. Get out here, get these things unloaded. Going through, rolling up the straps nice and neatly. I like it neat, so when I need it, it's ready to go. My dad tends to just throw them in there, so got that complete. Let's start unloading these buckets. We're gonna get it hooked up with the chain, get it pulled off of here. We got the little puppies coming up here. We're gonna get them lined up here, not too far from the loading dock. The tractor just isn't long enough to grab it from the center, so we put some cardboard under it, dragged it out to the end of the trailer. Now we're gonna hook it back up with the chain and get it moved out the way. And there's the last bucket. Got all 5 of the buckets lined up here. Another job complete. Pulled the truck over here in the shade for now. We'll most likely need it again tomorrow when we go pick up those other buckets, so we'll leave it here for now. Now that we got all that done, I'm gonna hop in my shop. I got this stove here. Everything works. I got it tested already. All the eyes except this one little eye doesn't work, so we're gonna get that glass taken off, take a look at that. Also got this Kenmore dryer in here. It's having some control board issues. None of the buttons are working like they should. So we're gonna see what we can do here. We're gonna jump right into it. Getting somewhere with this stove, the biggest load of shit I've dealt with in a long time. This thing was such a mess to get taken off. You had to disconnect the wires, take some of the metal side panels off, and then you finally get this top section off. And now you got to get more pieces off before you can access and take the glass off to get underneath. So it's going to be a little bit of work, but we're here for it. We're going to take a pause on the stove for now. We're going to put these 2 metal posts here by the water meter. When all the big trucks come in, they kind of go right over it, and we don't want it to get damaged because it hasn't gotten damaged yet. So we're going to use this post beater, get these things put in place, and that'll be another job complete. Beat these suckers at the ground. Came back up to the house, got the sheep out here grazing. Going to put the mail down that came, and then we're going to get right back out to my shop, see if we can get that stove finished up. I got this element taken off here. As you can see, all those burnt spots. That's why it's not working. So we're going to get it swapped out. This thing is a big pain in the ass. I don't know who put this thing together and why they made it this way, but you got some screws in here holding on this front panel in order to access the screws to get the glass off. And it would just take a lot of work to get it completely disassembled. So I got the back half unscrewed. I was able to just lift up on it, and I can access this element to replace it. Thankfully, it's just this one. Let's get it swapped out and then work on putting this thing all back together. If it ain't one thing, it's a fucking other. This thing right here has been a big pain in the ass. I thought I had an element for it. Turns out the one that I have is not the same. The connections aren't the same. It won't work. So I'll have to bite the bullet, put this thing back together. Most likely order one of these since this is the only problem with it, and wait for it to come in before I can finish this repair. It is what it is. Can't really do much about it. Not going to complain too much. Let's get this thing put back together and move on to something else. I'm going to get out here, start loading the new container full of the scrap. Of course, the guy who brought the container where he set it down, I'm going to have to get some of these machines out the way before I can even get the door opened up. Get to it. Slowly getting this thing filled up. We're gonna get the base layer in here, start throwing in a bunch of the small stuff on top. We got it probably 80% full. We're gonna get the door shut and then start piling it in there some more. One of the last things we're gonna do tonight, we're gonna get this riding mower moved over to the parts. We're gonna get it set out here with all these other ones that are just for parts. And just like that, another day comes to an end. We're gonna head inside, get to working on some dinner, get the dogs fed. We'll be back out here tomorrow.